Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades as per usual. And what a day in the markets today. Strong reversal back in the SPY. Big buyers stepping back in. And again, the buy to dip continues. And we are about to make another all-time high here. Let me just check the after hours. What's going on? We're slightly down in the after hours, but a big day in the small caps, up over 2%, punching through here. So again, we may actually start our impulsive move towards the upside after all. And then maybe this is really going to be the blow off top scenario that everyone's been waiting for. Obviously, we will know when to exit. Some people will think it will go on forever, but again, everything will come to an end eventually. But when it does, I will let you guys know. I'll be the first one to let you know inside my Discord, and I'll be putting out my trades there when I'm going to be getting out of my positions. Currently, we're in a couple long, so again, we're going to benefit nicely from this. Hopefully, a melt up, and once it does end, then we'll know when to cash out. We always take profits on our trades, and I'm going to be doing a Q1 update. Taking a look at market cipher here on the SPY. Let's just take a look at the daily first before we get on the smaller time frames. So things were looking a little bit bearish, obviously, again with another red dot. But again, things can change. It flipped bullish again with an 8 and a -1. 4-hour time frame, 13 and a -3, and a green dot confirmation that we should see more upside here. And again, the second we take out this pivot at the 524, you're going to see more short covering, stops being hit, and then you're going to see people buying in. The buyers are going to step back in, and you're just going to continue to extend this wave higher, right? 1-hour time frame, we got a little bit of red money flow and a quick dip today, but things reversed. Green dot confirmation. Green money flow is spiking back up with a very extended VWAP. So maybe tomorrow we'll get a bit of a pullback or a pause day before Easter, right? I think it's going to be the long weekend is coming up. It's Friday, the markets are going to be closed. Let me just take a look here to see if we have any data coming out on Thursday. Thursday, we have final GDP quarter over quarter coming out, unemployment claims, pending home sales, revised consumer sentiment. And then we have on Friday, I think we just have, obviously the markets are closed on Friday, but we have core PCE price index. And then Jerome Powell is going to be speaking at 11:30. So that's going to be interesting to have some data come out on the day where the market is going to be closed. Let me just take a look. Is it going to be closed on Friday? I thought this is not showing U.S. holiday, U.S. bank holiday, but it is showing Canadian bank holiday. So maybe the markets are going to be open after all on Friday. Are they going to be closed Monday? No, they're not going to be closed. Okay, so I guess the markets are open on Friday then. I am mistaken. That is my mistake because we're in Canada. So Canadian stock market is going to be closed, I guess. But that's not really important because that really doesn't affect anyone other than Canadians. Let's move on. Let's take a look here at the wave edge. We actually have a lot of significant selling, obviously, the last couple of weeks. Nothing really happening right now. On the daily, on the SPY, let me get back on the SPY. 4-hour time frame. No real selling coming in. We had a red cross, bit of a retrace. Let me take a look at the 1 hour and a bunch of green crosses here. So it looks like the low could already be in. Big money stepping back in once again, and you could see liquidations here. So people are getting stopped out of their short positions. And again, a short squeeze can continue, and we may get a very big one because shorts are definitely piling in. Big money is taking profit, but it doesn't mean that this stock market cannot go higher. Right? I know Nvidia is very extended. A lot of these names are extended. Look at Nvidia pulling back 2.5% today. We actually do have a level for Nvidia. We'll actually get over to the individual names here. I'll be covering Nvidia and other popular names as well. So Nvidia, we do have a target for a pullback between 842 and 763, and that would be a buy area for Nvidia. If it does go lower, we have a larger retrace zone for a larger wave 4 retrace for us to go down here. But for now, this is going to be my primary target for us to enter this zone. And if we can enter it, then we can extend higher. And believe it or not, this stock can go higher as extended as it is. It will, probably undo all of its gains when the market reacts negatively. We get that big rollover. But until then, it's business as usual. Tesla Beautiful move up today, up 1.22%. Looks like this was the low here, right around $1 and sorry, $161, not $1. And we had the beautiful downsloping trend line. We hit a larger term accumulation zone. We are starting to come out of it today. We do have a red candle, but we gapped higher at the open. So still moving up, just a little bit slower. Once we get a very big impulsive move, we'll know that we're inside of our wave one. To me, it already kind of looks like a little bit of a wave one, just probably the third wave of the first wave. But moving on, we'll take a look at Apple here. Apple also in the buy area. Again, Apple is a little bit of a tougher trade. Technically, it could be done here. Although, I would like to see one more low here come down to the maybe 167 level, but you're just starting to see so many buyers starting to step in. The RSI is starting to move back up. And then when we take a look, I believe, at the wave edge, I think we are seeing some buying. Am I mistaken? Some buying on wave edge. 4-hour time frame. We got a big buy come in here right around 168. And it looks like this level is already being defended. But it doesn't mean that we can't go lower. Right? We could always go lower, right? Tesla, we actually been seeing a significant buying as well. I think it was on the 2-day and 3-day time frame. We're seeing a significant amount of accumulation, right, in Tesla. So again, we are long Tesla. We hope that this stock will obviously keep going up, and it would fit the narrative of a blow off top scenario where the market's going to melt up, and then we're going to have obviously a big correction afterwards. But for now, it looks like we should continue to push higher. Let me take a look here at a few more individual names. Let me take a look at Mara, obviously a very popular name right now. I have it, hitting actually not only this buy area here, but both larger term and shorter term buy areas have been hit. So to me, that we could actually be inside of this B wave here, and the B wave can push higher, right? And which means Bitcoin could technically be getting ready to push higher as well. And if we can push higher, then eventually, I think later on, we will be looking for a bit of a retrace. And if we do get a retrace, then we'll buy the dip then. And I think that's going to be a great accumulation zone. But if you're scared, you're going to miss out on the big run, then you can, we were pretty darn close. We were pretty close to the larger, we are close right now to the larger term accumulation range. We were in it for like 3-4 days, and then we took it up. We were already up out of it. So if you really wanted to start a position, it was then, you'd be already up 16%. If not, you want to start now, I guess it's better late than never, but I don't like to rush into trades, like to patiently wait for my levels to hit, and they hit nicely there. Let me take a look at a few other names here. Let me cover PayPal. Where's PayPal? PayPal here, back down to 66. It looks like it's moving up nicely in a wave one, continue to push higher. Once we get a nice little 3-wave move down, we'll know that we're inside of our wave two. And once that's finished, then we will be looking for potentially buying the dip on this PayPal trade here, as we would actually be hitting all these moving averages here, as they are flipping. So I think that would be a really nice trade setup if we can get back down to the $61 or maybe even $60 area. But for now, PayPal continues to push higher and should continue to trend higher as well as it forms a long-term low. Okay, let me take a look at a few other names here. Let me cover. Let me see here. Let's check on SMCI, how SMCI is doing. Okay, so SMCI looks like, let me just get on some smaller time frames. Is this your wave 4? Could be, but you would have already invalidated this, right? You would have technically invalidated this as if this is your 5-wave move. You could also just call it a larger term A wave if you're really just looking to look at the longer term plays. Then I would look for something a little bit lower on SMCI. I know this name is very hot, very popular, but it is bloated, and eventually, it's just really just a day trader's battle. And they're just going to continue to push this higher if they want. And you could technically say that this is still a 1, and this is your 2, and now you're just taking off in another 3rd wave of a 5th wave. So maybe this thing maybe has the legs to go much higher, but this is not really a name that I'm looking to get into a long position at the moment. Let me take a look at another name here. We'll probably cover one more, which is ROKU. ROKU actually perking up a little bit nicely today. it's actually getting above its 20-day moving average. So that's a positive there, above its 20-day and holding, and actually potentially getting ready to blast off here at $65. It's in its buy area. And again, I think Roku has great potential in terms of a long position. It's in a longer term accumulation range. I've been tracking an ABC here for Roku. And then on top of that, we did make a lower low. So you can say technically that the fifth wave is already in and we're not going to go any higher, but anything is possible. And obviously I'm probably cheaping out a little bit on this one. I'm trying to get the best deal I can, but if we need to get into a position, we will. We are in the buy area and we should take off. We should start to take off out of here at any moment, really, but it's just a waiting game, and you just got to be patient. And I even covered it on Wave Edge. I only cover certain stocks here on Wave Edge because I don't like to use this indicator too much. You know, if you really want access to it, you can go purchase it yourself. But overall, you can see big money has been buying here. So this just shows you everything that you need to know. Big money has been accumulating positions, and especially during this period where it's kind of chopping sideways, it is a good sign. Okay, let me cover just a few more things. We'll take a look at the dollar and TLT. So the dollar here have a reversal area higher, but dollar actually gapping up today at the open and is starting to sell off. But if the dollar's top is in, we'll actually take a look at the DXY on Market Cipher. Take a look at the daily time frame. We have increasing green money flow, which means we should actually have more upside in the dollar. Kind of net bullish to almost like neutral here at the zero line, but the momentum wave is already starting to extend a little bit higher, -5 and a 15 on the dual band strength index, 4-hour time frame. You do have green money flow, but you're actually starting to create, I believe, some divergence. Has it made another high? It has not, so no divergence yet. But I would be cautious with the dollar, right? If the dollar really starts to roll over on an impulsive move on data, then this thing is really going to lead the market to go higher. But if it continues to push higher and you see yields pushing higher, maybe the Fed really is going to increase rates one more time, and maybe the top in yields is not in, right? Maybe maybe the market got it wrong, right? Maybe they're reading Powell's signals wrong. But to me, I don't know if they can raise rates anymore. I think they could be done, and they've just chosen inflation, which would be the easiest path out, right? It would be the easiest way out, and just pass on the problem to someone else, because that's probably what I would do if I was in Jerome Powell's place and I had all these agendas to follow. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to catch you guys on the next one. Love you all.